Okay, this is Chris again with C&H Auto Accessories, and what do we have? Well, we got two favorite things of mine. I love this truck and I love the cover we just put on the truck, but before we get started, this is our telephone number. If you have questions, we have very good answers. Also, this product, I put a link for this at the bottom of YouTube so you can check out pricing. By the way, there's something new going on here, which you don't know about right now because you can't see who's behind the camera. But Ben, who's his own YouTube channel is Captain Ben with a K, he basically has a nice little drone set up and he does all kinds of things like that. And he's going to be doing some videos of his truck. By the way, that is Ben's truck right here we're doing. And since unfortunately we have so many customers, I asked Ben if he would help me out since he's a fellow YouTuber. I figured he can handle the camera. So, all right, so what do we got here? Well, again, I said my favorite cover, RetraxPro XR. And I'll tell you why I like it so much. First of all, I like the way it looks. I think it's a good looking cover. I like the powder coated finish. It has a 500-pound weight capacity with a lifetime warranty. That's right, that's one of the longest warranties you're going to find. Also, if you look here, it does have the T-slot, and the T-slot does go the full length of the bed. Now, as you know, on some models, it doesn't go the full length. I like having as much length of T-slot as possible. When you're putting racks on there, you can use all of your bed for that. And this is a great setup for that. Now, this is also one of the better covers for water. Now, and I'll tell you why. Now, as you know, nothing's waterproof. They're not submarine. But what Retrax does is a little different things. For example, let me go open this tailgate, and I'll show you a couple cool things. By the way, speaking of cool, I like this tailgate here. Now, the cover itself is going to come out just a little further on top of the tailgate. And if you see this little seal here, this is going to seal up really good on the top here. Now, these little wider rails, besides giving the option of having a T-slot, does a great job of keeping the water out as well. Now, the third thing they do, if you look up here, now most rolling covers have a gap here to let water into the canister so it can drain it back out. Now, that's usually not a problem, but if you're going through a car wash, you got a lot of water going there, sometimes it could overflow the system. So Retrax is the only one that's, when you close the cover, you're also closing the canister. So there's no chance of that system to get overwhelmed by a really bad rainstorm, a car wash, or anything of that nature. So again, this is out of all the rolling covers, this is the most water resistant you're going to find. Also, as you know, with the new Toyotas, they do have kind of a different bed, and a lot of the manufacturers are having problems with covers for that bed. This company has no problems with it. Actually, the way the bed is set up here, the seal in the back here, which again, another good reason why it keeps water out, does a great job of following the lines of the bed. So this is not going to have any issues of that. Another very good feature, let's go ahead and open this up. Now, most covers will either be all the way open, all the way closed, or maybe every 12 inches have stops. This cover, you can lock anywhere along the track. That is the only manual cover that does. Now, electric covers do it as well, but as non-electric covers, this is the only one that does that. Now, when I open this up, I want you to see how this is attached in here. This is attached to the cargo management system that comes with the Toyota. Why is that better? Well, basically, it's going to hold your cover in there a lot better. This is not going anywhere, especially if you're doing any real off-roading, which I'm sure Captain Ben will be out there taking the advantage of this great new truck, and he's probably going to be doing some bumps and everything else. Nice to know the cover is staying in place. Now, if you look inside there, you'll see the drainage system. Now, I know a lot of people put them in the floor. As you know, I don't like putting them in the floor. I put them into the sides, out of the way, less chance that something hit them and knock them out. So that, to me, is the best way of doing it. Yes, it's a little extra work, but it is better for you as a customer. Now, another thing I want to show you, I want to close this partially, but I want to show you how this cover is made, and I'm going to show you. Now, if you look here, this is a dual piece of metal. Now, a lot of times it's a single piece. Having that little space with that extra archer, besides adding strength to it, it keeps the temperature more moderate in the bed here. You can, if you ever take the measurement of heat on outside the inside, you're going to see it's a lot less heat inside. Why is that good? Well, let's say you're putting your tools back there, putting your groceries back there. You don't want it so hot back there. So, you know, you don't want to be cooking your eggs on the way home. So this is having a dual piece of metal. Besides giving you strength, it helps with the temperature more moderate in the bed there. Again, you can see some of the reasons why I like this. I think this is a really well-made cover. It is made here in the United States. So, you know, you buy this cover, helping the Americans. Again, what a good looking cover. You can see how that tailgate is underneath that cover, so it's going to seal up a lot better. And by the way, if you notice, he does have the electric tailgate. If you notice, the cover and the tailgate have no problem whatsoever working together. I know some people are concerned with that, but not on this model. All in all, these things is a terrific thing. I mentioned the great lifetime warranty, the 500 pounds, the T-slots, powder coated finish, a dual piece of metals. All those things just make this thing a great product. Now, if you like to get it, you can order it in the bottom of the YouTube video. Just click on it, take you right to the website, or call us. We'll walk you through any questions you might have. And it's usually better to call us because I'm going to have questions for you as well. And I want to make sure what we get for you fits your needs and fits your truck. Again, I'm Chris with C&H Auto Accessories, and this is a review of the RetraxPro XR on a new Toyota Tacoma. And don't forget, like and subscribe. Thank you.